Hey y'all. So I'm out here. This is my son's place. This car right here. I'm out in Vancouver, Washington. And man, I had a great time hanging out with my son and my nephew. And we had a great conversation about spirituality. And got me thinking about, just spirituality in general, and wanted to offer something up to all of you that follow me. And because the question when we were hanging out that came up was about, the effectiveness really of spirituality, if it's even real. And so on this post, I'm going to put a link about practical spirituality. It's a blog that I wrote, and I did it was like a 3-part series, but the article I'm attaching is about what it really means to practice our spirituality. It's not meant to be like so miraculous all the time. That, like there are miracles, don't get me wrong, that occur in the course of a person's walk, but it's not always like that. I mean, true spirituality is really about a commitment to being the best version of yourself. And I think, when you start there, it starts to come together, because beyond that is a connection with something bigger than yourself. And from my standpoint, it's always about connecting to God, because I believe that God is love and He's the source of love, and that when we try to practice the act of love, something changes in us. I was sharing with my son and nephew how, for the most part, I try not to cuss. But I mean, when I was hanging out with them, getting around young man energy and just us guys being guys, I mean, I just started cussing. As I was explaining to him that it's not good or bad one way or another. It's just something that I want to practice personally. Like I want to practice not cussing on a regular basis. I don't mind cussing, depending on the group I'm hanging out with. But then, it does bother me after a while. So we talked a little bit about that, and that I was sharing with them that it's really a personal choice of mine. It has nothing to do with that. I think everybody that's practiced spirituality should be the same. And I guess that's really the point of this video and me sharing this with you, is that spirituality doesn't judge. Not true spirituality. True love doesn't judge. It doesn't hold people to the standards of one's own self. We might expect that people practice the standards of what God has set forth, and it's really love. And love is so deep, can't even be explained in a video or a single sitting. It's something you have to experience yourself. And I've always said that as well, is that when it comes to the Lord, we need to experience Him. We need to feel Him in our heart. We need to have Him do something in our life that really has an effect on us, because that's when we really want to commit to the Lord, is when change is revealed in a way that just doesn't make sense. So I want to open up myself to you to challenge anything that I post on. Feel free to direct message me, to put a question on there, comment. I mean, anything. I open that up to my nephew and my son, that anything that they feel they have to question about spirituality, ask me. And if I'm real about my practice and I'm real about God's love, then I should have an answer. And if I'm even more real, I might not even have an answer, because it's such a broad experience, a broad world, that there's just no way one single human could understand every single aspect of spirituality. I might have an answer, but it may not be the best answer, because there's people out there that experience things that I've never experienced, and they can speak to it from a real point of view. So anyway, just want to throw that out there to y'all, to everyone that watches me. Any question you have, feel free to hit me up, comment, and DM me. All right,